Oh yeah, I wanted to increase. I wanted to change my compressor settings. Because I think my voice is a little bit too quiet relative to the music. I should have done this before I started streaming. But here we are. That's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Filters. Let's just increase output gain by like 3 dB. Yeah, why not? And then let's actually make sure I'm streaming. I am? No way. This is fine. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on music that I was working on yesterday. Maybe I'll even start a new project file. I haven't started a new project file in like a really long time on stream, so that could be cool. But yeah, this is the little dubby song. It's like dub, but it has like dub techno sounds in it, so it's like super dubby. Okay, I don't understand what's going on with the sub. Do I have like... Is there automation on this? Is it... Oh, no. I swear, it's like... Oh, I guess it's like a headroom thing. Maybe there's like more shit going on over here. Okay, now, mind you, I'm not 100% sure. Again, I'm listening on new monitors, so I don't know exactly how the sub is supposed to be, but generally, when I'm, like, mastering something, I'm kind of shooting for just the sub of, like, the kick to be a little bit above -6, and the sub of the sub bass to be around -6. So that's what I'm shooting for. Oddly enough, without cranking everything, it's all way quieter than that. And so I'm wondering if it's just, like... Not that loud? I don't know. I don't know. You probably shouldn't be just shooting for like arbitrary numbers anyways, but it's usually what's good. My output audio in dB is prior to hitting. I don't actually know. The song is pretty old. It's like 2.5 years old, and my mastering practices were a little bit different then than compared to now, and I've kind of just been continuing to do the same thing. So I should probably just start from scratch. But so, I mean, it's like -6 right now, I guess. It doesn't really matter where it's actually at. You can always just throw a utility and then adjust it. It doesn't mean anything, because I think it used to be back in the day that gain staging everything was important. And you're like, you should be hitting -6 decibels before you send it in for a master, because there's like a noise floor to consider. And if it's too quiet and they end up raising the volume of everything using analog consoles, then the noise floor is going to end up fucking with everything. But we live in a digital age now, and none of that matters at all. So, yeah. The sub isn't, LUFS is a measurement of perceived loudness of, like, the entire song overall. So, like, it accounts for the equal loudness contour, where, like, you know, high frequency stuff is, like, more painful. Unless you just meant dB. But at least with this spectrum... I remember I was analyzing tipper songs. Let's find a tipper song. And when you look at desktop, purchased music, look at me purchasing music. Wow. And then here, if we throw like Guilty Feet here, let's set this to, not configure out. No, it's not what I wanted. Master, exit out, and then we throw a spectrum on this, and this is the case for like everything, at least on this album. Oh shit, my mic was on. Oh well, you heard you heard a little bit more. So generally that's where that was around. I know my Tangled Snakes EP, I kind of fucked up in that regard. I don't know about fucked up, but it's way louder. Like, it's hitting at like -1. Like, I just have way too much sub, and I totally could have just removed a bunch of sub for a lot of the songs and gotten myself way more headroom, and I would have been able to push the overall loudness of the song more without it sounding so fucking clipped and like lost as many dynamics and stuff. Yeah, I'm not super crazy about like the clipping everything to shit, but I guess that kind of ends up being what some of my songs sound like. But in regards to like sub, I don't know. I would advise using reference tracks. So with this guy, if I'm making like a glitch hop song or something that is of similar like genre or whatever, I would use this. I'd be like, okay, that's where the sub is kind of resting on the master. Let me shoot for that. And that can be like a good way to gauge exactly how much you want to do, or like how much sub you need, especially if you don't have like a decent monitoring situation. You can also just like listen to it if you have good sub bass, or you have like a sub pack or something, but room modes matter and shit as well. But generally recently I've been shooting for hitting around -6 as a result on most of my songs, and it ends up sounding pretty decent. So yeah, but the song in particular is confusing me a bit because shit sounds really quiet relative. But my mastering chain generally, and I do this often, is this Make It Loud mastering preset is just like pretty good, honestly, to throw before limiter. I recommend it. Maybe like change the dry wet amount and mess with the threshold. But it just like it gets rid of some dynamics and squashes it a little bit and makes it louder, you know, and it like prepares it a little bit more for like a harder limiter. And then use a good limiter like Ozone or like Fab Filter or something. And that's generally like my whole formula. I just cut everything on the sides for the sub-region, Make It Loud, and then Ozone. I don't always use Make It Loud, but it works. And then, you know, you lean loudness meter. And I shoot... nowadays I'm shooting for about -6. It depends on the song, though. -7, -8 is totally fine if you're doing, like, down-tempo stuff. Honestly, I would say anywhere... I think -8 is totally fine for like pretty much anything, but if you're mixing live and you're DJing your tracks and then you play like, I don't know, like a frequent song right afterwards, then or you know, a tipper song or whatever, the loudness is, there's going to be a large loudness disparity. And so yeah, I mean, you could still just use the trim knob, so it doesn't really matter all that much. You just have to be aware of the relative loudness of everything. Ozone's maximizer plugin? No, I don't. I just use Ozone 8 Elements. This was like free one day, like a few years ago, and so I nabbed it, and I just use the... Wait, is this the maximizer? Ozone maximizer plugin. It says maximizer here. Okay, you know what? I think I do. I think I'm literally using that. I'm just using the limiter. I just adjust like... Usually I just keep it at the default -2. Or not -2, just 2. And then just change the threshold. And that's all you really need to do. I've tried messing around a little bit with like this like weird stereo-wise width stuff, but I don't fully understand what it's doing, and I don't really need to because my music already sounds super loud. I guess that would be more important to use if I was mastering other music. And then equalizer is also pretty good, I find. Yeah. So like on this track, let me... Oh yeah, it's way too loud now. Also there's like... I had my headphones on backwards. Sick. all the shit that I'm doing, I personally mix into a limiter. Not everyone does it that way. To me, that makes the most sense, because I'm like, I don't know, if you're mastering your own music, I'm gonna want to mix. I want what my mix to sound like to be what my master sounds like. I don't want to mix everything and then suddenly change the color of everything at the very end. Like that feels intuitive to me, but a lot of people are like, never do that, and I don't get it. I don't know. I know I'm not like the only one, and there's other like decent producers and stuff who also mix it to a limiter, so I don't fully understand that whole argument. I think it only makes sense if you're gonna send it off to be mastered by someone else. But I don't know. It's also something to keep in mind. You're like, oh yeah, I have a limiter slamming the shit out of this, so that's gonna change like dynamics and cause like pumping effects, you know? So I guess that is something to consider. But I don't know. I feel like everyone's like mixing mastering process is gonna be a little bit different in that regard. So I do feel like this is too loud. I'm just producing at 0. I'm just limiting the shit out of it and just mixing into like, I like mastered it and then I mix into it. I've just always done it like that. I don't know if that's like, again, I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. I think my music sounds good, so I'm not like entirely sure. It definitely like feels a little weird when I think about it, but and it does like lead to errors sometimes, you know, because like the limiter totally colors everything, but also what the end result is going to end up sounding like is going to be accurate to what I'm mixing into. It's definitely like a personal preference thing. But yeah, I don't know. Except I think I made the kick volume a little too much. Thing in there. I imagine dynamics is a compressor. Yeah, I rendered the song with the limiter on. Like the limiter, the mastering chain is just there the whole time. I throw it on relatively early, like once I have like kind of a song going, like an idea. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what this sounds like when it's, you know, somewhat mastered. And then I'll do like a kind of shitty, sloppy master. And then I'll mix into the thing, mix into it forever. And then once like my mix is really coming together, I might like adjust the limiter amount, or, you know, add or remove the make it loud thing. Sometimes if it's like a sloppy master, I might like remove some of this like 2 to 5 kilohertz region on this EQ or on the sides and like keep it center and mono if there's like a lot of side information and like it hurts your ears. Like especially if I notice like if I'm driving in my car, and this is why car tests are good, you know, you're like next to one of the speakers, and if it happens to be that like the left content gets like a little bit too shrill and you only notice it then when you're in your car, this can be good for like, I don't know, dealing with that. You just cut out a little bit of the sides on your master beforehand. But I mean, it would be better to do that in the mix, you know, just find whatever that content is and then turn it down on the sides. But yeah. Yeah, interesting. I don't use multiband compression all that much. Definitely not in the master. I mean, I use like multiband compression like presets. I've been getting into it a little bit more recently. It's just like a skill I haven't practiced enough, for sure, because there are times when it's like a lifesaver, when that's like the tool that you need. guy is a little weird. So the thing I just did on the sub, honestly I've never done that before, but I think it was clever. I don't know, when the pitch when it goes up in pitch, it was like a little bit too loud because this is all at like D sharp. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's super low. And then it goes up into like strong sub region because you know, like around F sharp, G, that's like where the sub is the most present. And then when it goes up there, then it's like a little bit too strong. So I just drew in this little thing on the note so that when it's playing at the, you know, the tonic, the like the root note, which is D sharp, automation is down here, and then when it goes up, then it's all the way up here, and then I just like map that to the level so it turns down on its own. I thought that was clever. And then yeah, these guys are still a little bit too shrill, and I have to deal with that. Yeah, like that guy, I mean, I made the decision here to pan it, but I think that was stupid. Like, it's already super shrill, and like I was saying earlier, having shrill stuff on the sides can be kind of dangerous, you know? Like, what if you're like driving in the car, and you're on the left, and then your passenger's on the right, and then there's shrill stuff on the right, and they're like, ow, this song hurts. But you don't even notice it, you know? It's got to be a good listening experience for everyone. Yeah, so I think there's more soothe, probably. Let's just turn this to 100%. Fuck. I'm thinking maybe I can do like something with a sub bass here, just like increase the pitch and make it a little bit more interesting in between sections as like a bridge. Where the fuck? How do I do this again? I'm tripping. What's happening? Envelopes. There we go. MIDI control. I don't like how they changed this. This is one thing that they changed to the new Ableton version that I strongly dislike. This is another thing. When you do pitch automation, for whatever fucking reason, when you like jump to a new MIDI clip, if there's no automation done at all, it stays at the last thing it heard. So notice how like when it played there, it was fucked. But now if I just do this little tiny little thing, it should fix. Okay, now let's I'm gonna attempt half-heartedly to make a new section here. I think maybe I can use these drums and like resample them in some way and then create like a new section. So I'm just gonna sample these drums and then we'll see. I think I fucked up when I copied this thing over, which I don't like. So I'm doing the whole thing over again. Cool. What's happening? What the fuck is this? Oh, I just copied the thing over wrong, apparently. Cool. Sick. So I'm thinking I'm gonna freeze these fucked up weird drums. This is taking a while. There's like a lot of automation going on. That's fair. Hold on. Let's get rid of that and that. Maybe that'll help. Probably not. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna flatten this and then I'm gonna toss it into a sound generator thing, and then maybe I can make some like cool new sounds. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And then we can copy you, paste you down there. Oh yeah, I guess I made that MIDI track for a reason. And then yeah, Foreman glitch generator. See if we can get something with you. We toss you in there. And then let's see what we get. don't understand what's happening. I'm making this rate super fucking slow. Okay, I don't know. This is not, I don't get it. It's supposed to play. Oh, the gate is fucked. No? What's happening here? I don't understand. I can't stretch it out anymore. This is very weird. Okay, whatever. Let's just make something. This is not getting anywhere right now. Okay, we got this guy. Now let's stretch you out. Alright, this is just a failure, I think. And I don't know where my brain just went. But that is fine. And then what happens if we put the vocoder thing, like external, vocode me. I don't get what's happening, but also this all just kind of sucks. I normally would say not to give up so soon, but I'm just gonna give up so soon. I was already kind of hesitant about making a section over here. I think this will just work as an outro because the song's already like 3 minutes long, right? So this sounds fucked now. fun. And by fun, I mean not at all. Is, well, first let's set the phase, the randomness and the phase to 0 here. And then what you would want to do is you want to make sure that the phase of the kick and the sub are the same. This is extremely, extremely awesome and super cool. So to do that, I'm just going to take in from baseline, and then I'm also going to take in from the kick. I guess the drums as a whole, because I'm doing a lot of processing, right? And then look, see this? Turn this bad boy up, turn this guy up, and we want the phase to be the same. Look, they're out of phase right here. I think, right? Yeah. So that's kind of shitty. So what you would do at this point is you'd be like, oh, let's change the phase to some other thing. Yeah, I'm trying to think. How did I do it before? Oh, I had a group that was taking in from both. Right. Okay, I can do this. So I'm going to create a group here. It's going to take in from drums. And then I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to take in from the bass line. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And then I'm going to take a utility. No, I don't have to do that because I'm going to automate. I'm just going to automate the fucking phase here. And then I'm going to name this fucking phase alignment. And then create another thing, take in from phase alignment. And then, oh, set this to in, set that to in, and then record here. Right? And then now you can look at this. Super cool. And you can be like, oh wow, maybe this little crossover section here between the kick and the fucking sub could be better. Maybe. That's kind of where the kick just ends. Or maybe you really like it. Maybe it's good. I don't know. So, let's just make the release here really short. And then you can crank it. You'd be like, oh, that's fine. Here, let me put this in another group. This here. Let's crank the fuck out of that. Neat. And then you can just go here and adjust the phase and then do it again. Be like, which one do you like? You can compare them. This one's fine. That one's fine too. Honestly, these might just be fine. Right? Yeah, I mean it's pretty much fine. Just chill. Maybe I just don't have to do anything. Maybe I just aligned it on accident right there. Am I tripping? Am I wasting more time? No, see, like right here it's kind of fucking weird. It's not like the speaker cone isn't going to be pushing in and out to its like full capacity. It's going to do this little like whoa, and then it's not going to sound quite as good. Except I don't see that on this guy. I guess they're different. Yeah, they are playing different notes, so that totally makes sense. But the last one that I had, the phase was like this, I think is chilling. Right? Yeah, look at that. And then, yeah, cool. Super neat. Okay. Educational. that is enough work for now on that song. Yeah, let's start either open a new one or I can start a whole new song from scratch. So yeah, I think like at this point I'm kind of just like fine tuning and mixing. I don't think there's like much more creatively that I want to do aside from I need to make the outro better, and also the intro kind of stinks. But I think I spent enough time on this. Yeah. So I guess we could revisit. We could revisit this guy. I don't think I've listened to this guy on the Barefoots yet. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the move. Because this one is also pretty good. Making a lot of dub stuff today. This one's like actually a 140 song, and I never make 140. This one's a 136 song, so that's cool. Just to piss off DJs because no one knows how to mix outside of 140. But yeah. Cool. All right. So this song. Yeah, let's go from here. There's like a massive delay between my audio output and what's playing. Like a really big delay. Do I have that M freeform phase thing somewhere? I think that can add like a large buffer size. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Now, I don't understand why this guy is so like muted this entire time. It doesn't quite make sense. Okay, that's funny. So with the techniques that I have, whenever shit's like loading, like something, like if I'm inserting a new track and then it like kind of freezes for a second, all the automation for the squelches freezes, and so all the pitch bending and shit just went, and it honestly sounded fucking sick. Yeah, it would be cool to make like fucking like VIPs of this just by like just changing up a couple parameters and having just like freeze the automation at certain points. It's like this guy. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm not saying, just doing. I'm gonna put a fucking, I want to put a delay on this guy. I think we can get some cool fucking delays in this little portion here. I don't know why I'm using a delay, because echo is so much better. What was I thinking? I don't know. But we can make this dotted, and that could be cool. Nice. I am glad that you dig it. I like your name, by the way. I think I fucked something up. That's not supposed to sound like that. I think I was giving my little demonstration. Something didn't go right. Oh. I don't think you're supposed to be there. Yeah, this is totally supposed to sound different. Oh no. And I don't want to hit Command Z like a shit ton of times and undo everything that I just did. I do have a Spotify. It is this guy. I just put an EP out. Well, I guess I didn't just. When did I do that? It's like September. In August. You should go listen to it. I'll link it. Wow. But yeah, thanks. I make like psychedelic bass glitch hop downtempo stuff. I don't have that much downtempo released. The only downtempo thing I have is from like 4 years ago, and it doesn't sound nearly as polished. Yeah, something about the automation here is fucked. No, that's fine. I think it's fine. I think I'm just tripping. Though now I'm kind of doubting the echo that I did. Yeah, that guy doesn't sound right. What did I do? Easily Tipper. Tipper is greatest without a doubt. Yeah, he's good. I like a lot of people in that like kind of subgenre, glitch hop, psychedelic bass. Detox Unit is of course fucking awesome. Somatos is really good. I really like his earlier stuff. His newer stuff is also great, but I have like a special place in my heart for like the Unraveling. Is that the name? Live Dreaming, I think, is the name of the album. And his collab album with Genre is also really fucking tight. Just like the whole Tipper sphere of artists, Rhizomorphic is also fucking dope. Yeah, stuff like that. And I'm getting more into like IDM and stuff, a lot more abstract shit. So like Autechre is really good, but it's a group. They're pretty out there though, so I wouldn't like go around recommending everyone listen to their stuff until they're like warmed up for it, but yeah. Merzbout, no. I don't like harsh noise. There's like one or two harsh noise songs that I've like enjoyed listening to, but I don't know. I've tried to listen to Pulse Demon a couple times. Like I get it, but I don't enjoy it. I do have some respect for it though. Now harsh noise wall, Vomir. Okay, harsh noise wall is the most mind-boggling genre of music I've ever encountered. It's just one wall of noise, unending, unchanging, no changing whatsoever for like an hour straight. Every single song is just that. And there's this artist named Vomir, who, let's see, Vomir, this guy, all of his music is just... just an hour of that. And honestly, listening through like a full hour is like a psychedelic, crazy experience. It's like, I don't know, you start like hallucinating and hearing sounds in it and rhythms and patterns that don't actually exist. It's like super soothing, honestly. Like this isn't like a really painful, it's like almost like rain, you know? And yeah, it's trippy. And then he also does live shows where he just presses a button and then just stands still with a bag over his head, and everyone wears a bag on their head. So like it's for like sensory deprivation or something, or just to be super edgy, mix of both, I guess. But like that's it. He just presses the button on the DJ controller once, and then just that's the entire show. And everyone's just wearing fucking bags on their head. Like when people argue about things that are or are not music, I feel like this is the greatest example of something that like pushes the boundary. Is like, is it music or is it sound art? You know, I mean, it's still music at the end of the day. That's my argument, but I think that's a good like way to like argue it, or at least just like something that pushes the limits. So yeah, I remember once when I was living at my dorm, I got like shit-faced drunk. It was like 2 in the morning, and then I just listened to like a full hour of Harsh Noise Wall, and it was like transcendental. It was great. I was like, I get it. I understand it. I'm not gonna do it again, but I get it. That was fucking awesome. So yeah, I recommend it. Really do. Yeah, the song's a banger. I dig it. I'm gonna move on to something else though. Every time I open the song, I make it a little bit better. There's some like something I'm noticing with the new Barefoot monitors I have is they're super like they emphasize transients like so hard. And so this section over here, a lot of these synths have like really sharp, heavy transients. So this section. Yeah, that little dun 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 thing is fucked with the. It's just like a little bit too fucking crazy. So I guess I can like go in and automate stab on and off for this. So that's like too much fucking transient reduction. So I'm gonna have to like maybe just something like that. Something like that. That actually kind of works. That's cool. You can just automate stab on and off to like cut out and remove transients without having to like go in manually by audio and warp and shape everything. Yeah. Yeah, Jurassic Park, if you're like into, I mean, it seems like you're into this kind of music. I heavily recommend, I think everyone should learn how to produce music. I think it's like the most satisfying, coolest shit ever, and it upgrades your ability to appreciate music in general. So like with you know, hearing isolated elements and stuff like that, you eventually learn to you start picking apart and dissecting all music that you listen to, and you listen to every single element as if it was isolated in your head, and you just get like a greater appreciation of electronic music in general. I recommend it for sure. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so you know, yeah, you can't. It's like you can't turn it off. You're like always dissecting everything. So I discovered, and maybe I'm just crazy, there's a way to listen to the song as a whole again, but it's still in like a different way. It's not going to be in the way that you used to. So basically, just picture in your head an oscilloscope when you're listening to music. Like when there's a kick drum, you see, you know, the bass like goes all the way, and it's like mostly just like a sine wave, and then like a melody or chord will be like other like sine waves or waveforms stacked on top of it, overlaying each other and like beating against each other. And like when you hear like a hi-hat or a snare, there's going to be like sizzle or, you know, noise basically over the waveform. And when I do that, I stop hearing the music as individual elements and as a frequency spectrum, but I start hearing it as like a whole one piece wave thing. And it can get kind of trippy. Like I'll think about like in my mind's eye, I'll see like a stereo wave file for like my left and right ear, which is just, I don't know, it's trippy and weird, and it changes how I perceive music entirely. And the music stops. It's like almost, I was on a bunch of acid when I discovered this, but it still sticks with me afterwards. But I've discovered that when I do this and I concentrate on that, my perception of it as a whole changes to the point where like I don't perceive pitch as like as higher or lower, but I perceive it as faster or slower. It's the same thing ultimately, but really it's just it's compression waves of air hitting you really fast. That's all that's happening. And so like when you're standing in front of like a big speaker, and you think about how the cone is moving and pushing air towards you really, really fast in different ways and patterns, and that vibrates your eardrum, and then that sends electrochemical signals into your brain. When I think about that entire process and think about the actual waveform of my eardrum oscillating, then like my brain like clicks, and then I start hearing it all differently. It's like almost like an optical illusion. It's like when you know the illusion where you see like the old woman and the young lady at the same time, and then like depending on your perspective or how you're looking at it, then suddenly the whole picture just changes. It's kind of like that, but with audio, which is very weird. But yeah, I mean, maybe I just fried my brain. That's also a thing. but I wonder if like other people can do that. Would be a cool like experiment. Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. I for the most part I see everything like on a timeline, like inside a DAW, like kick patterns and drum patterns and everything. But I guess I kind of discovered this once I started like working with like visualize. Just like thinking about waveforms and stuff like that. And something cool also, definitely notice this with like dealing with formants and stuff. Like when I got this jaw harp, basically, what I did for the first like long while is I took let me figure this thing out. Well, I'm just making an audio track and you're gonna crash on me? That's like the easiest thing. Okay, there we go. Hello? Nope, it's still... I'm trying to show something cool. Well, anyways, basically, I would play the jaw harp or like speak and have it so that the visualizer was also like recording what I was playing, and I could see like the individual harmonics and stuff like that. And then I also... Here we go, wait. Mini meters server. Put you there, and then this will set to exit in. I'll mute it so I don't blow up my speaker. I think, oh, this is coming from my other microphone. What's happening? Hello. Why? I don't understand you. What is happening? Microphone. Oh, okay. Well, this is a tangent. Can you... Okay. We're good. We are good. And then in mini meters, I'm gonna set my settings to mini meters plugin. Okay, now when I speak, you see my voice, right? And so I also did this when I was learning how to overtone sing. So if I say like, so overtone singing is just that you like sing a sustained note and then you move the formant of your voice or just change the vowel sound you're making so that the formant will highlight different harmonics. So if I go hi, and I did that a lot. And then after I started doing that, whenever I would overtone sing, I would see the harmonics like in my mind's eye of the visualizer or like playing jaw harp. And then I started thinking about the voice, the human voice in general, and how we like basically whenever someone was speaking, I would start thinking about S's and I would hear it as like white noise. And basically I just like started thinking about voices as a synthesizer with a formant filter over it with like a white noise oscillator like injected over it. And so every time an S plays, it's just like a random noise thing. And it became like torturous, and I stopped like thinking about voices as like people, but instead I was just like dissecting the entire sound. Like I'm doing it right now. Like every time I make an S sound, it's like catching my attention and it's pissing me off. But yeah, so fun stuff. But yeah, like I started thinking about harmony or harmonics in general in the Overtone series. And I remember I went to a music festival, and on one of the stages there was like some generic bass song, and like there's like the really low bass note, and it was like a saw wave, and then a low pass filter opened up all the way over it, and it had like a kind of high resonance. And instead of hearing that as like a saw wave with a resonance opening, I was so used to overtone singing that I heard it as every individual harmonic being added like additively as like a giant chord. And so it was like a totally different fucking interpretation of the exact same thing, because that's all that this is. It's still all sound, you know. This is just different ways to look at it. Yeah, and that made me like want to understand and learn more about like just intonation and microtones and stuff like that, which is just like different ways of thinking about harmony, composing things out of their additive like harmonics, some parts. So yeah, but this is super fun. I recommend, like, if you play an instrument, playing the instrument while looking at this, and then, you know, corresponding different notes to different things, or overtone singing. Overtone singing is really fun. You'll annoy the shit out of all your friends though, because you'll get used to doing it all the time. And at least that's what I did. They have had it with me, but I got really good at doing it, so that's cool. Yeah, all right, so I'm done with the song. Did I save it? I don't know if I saved it or not. See, now I'm just thinking about S's all the time. This is just noise. So if I gave that to you, I'm sorry. All right, we will save this project file. And then, oh, I have, no, I don't know if I actually want to work on that song. Like, I want to show it off, but I don't want to work on it. But I should work on things right now. I'm being productive. That's the point. The software, that's mini meters. It's $10. Just look up mini meters online, and yeah, you can just have it running in the background. It's also really fun to just like play music and look at it. So like oftentimes, and also when I'm like listening, giving critical feedback, like if I'm like, oh shit, there was a, like if I'm listening to one of my songs right here, I'll have to change this. So I'll be like, oh, okay, let's say I'll be like, ow, that pitch hurt my ears a little bit. I can go over here, click on it, and be like, oh, okay, it was at exactly 1600 hertz or whatever, right? Good way to just, I don't know, dissect and listen to the music a little bit more closely. Or sometimes I'll see something in the frequency spectrum that I wasn't listening for, and then I'll pay attention to it and be like, oh shit, there's some like interesting, really high-end sizzle percussion thing that I wasn't aware of. Yeah. Yeah, meters are great. Definitely wish I utilized them sooner in my music career, because I only got this, like, I got mini meters like, I guess a year ago probably, and been using it a lot since. And it's just really satisfying in general, not even necessarily for like, just for having fun. Yeah, yeah, totally. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show off this song, because this one really needs to get finished. I was gonna keep this a secret until I was gonna like release it. I'm definitely gonna make like a whole YouTube tutorial on this song in particular, but this one uses a reset rhythm or resay rhythm. I don't know. It's like a shepherd tone, but rhythmic, so it's like constantly slowing down. It's cool, but the mixdown fucking sucks. And now that I got Barefoots, I can actually pay attention and dissect and make the mixdown better, because I can hear a lot more clearly what's going wrong with it. But essentially, my problem is the drums in this song are constantly changing throughout the entire like bit, and it becomes like a nightmare to mix down, because every snare changes. like imagine how bad it is to mix down just one snare, and then when the snare is changing and evolving the entire time, it's awful. So my go-to process, are you reiterating samples? It varies a lot. I usually don't do in-depth sound design for like individual parts. I usually just like create big giant racks that shit out and throw out a bunch of sounds, and then oftentimes I'll be like, oh, that sound gives me an idea, and I'll work on it. I would say in my live streams, if you ever care to watch one of my VODs, which one was it? Which one was it? I want to say it was this one. Yeah. This one, I start a song from scratch, and it actually ends up being kind of a banger. And then I end up working on it for like the next like 3 live streams or whatever. But you can see my process. I just find like a bell sample, and I start like warping with the samples and stuff like that. And then it all kind of comes together. And I think that's like a really good example of at least a process. It's very different every time though. But yeah, I use most of my own racks. I almost always, I get way more satisfaction out of building things and doing it myself. So like sometimes I'll make a thing, and it turns out that there's like a free plugin that already does the thing I do better, but or like could already have done it, but it stimulates my brain more to try to come up with an idea and do it myself. Anyways, here's the song. Yeah, so on the topic of being like paralyzed and having unfinished stuff, I would recommend to just put it out. At least, I don't know, if you have stuff, if it's like actually really unfinished, then maybe not. But if, okay, I guess it depends on what your issue is. If your issue is like not being able to finish an actual song, then I would recommend doing like timed like beat challenges, honestly. Like you have like 30 minutes to make a song start to finish, doesn't fucking matter what it is. Like you need an intro, a middle section, an ending, whatever, increases like your speed at producing and stuff like that. And then you get used to actually finishing and writing songs. And if it comes to like being a perfectionist and never being able to mix down and finish an actual song because it's never ever actually done, I'm kind of with you there, but you'd have to learn to release it eventually. Once other people say that the song is good enough, then you should release it. But yeah, so this song, I'm pretty stoked on. I think it's awesome. Whenever I play it live, I get a fucking awesome reaction. I usually scare everyone, and then they end up getting a really good reaction at the end, which is great. I've never like taken so much joy in seeing people get scared of my music, but okay, yeah, no, I'm with you there on the like perfectionism thing for sure. But yeah, so this song, the bass section here, I cannot for the fucking life of me figure it out. Like I have a thing in mind and I can't quite get there, and it sounds like messy and noisy and not distorted enough, but then if I distort it a little bit more, then it's too distorted, and I don't know, it's killing me. And then also the drum section over here is a fucking nightmare, because as you can see, I have kicks here, and then I have kicks here, and then I have kicks here, and they're all playing at different tempos, and they're all pitched in different ways, and they're all like overlaying each other as the tempo changes. But you can see here, song tempo. The song tempo starts at 90, and then gets here. Hear what's going on. The hi-hats is actually the snare, but playing at double time, and it's on repitch mode, so it's pitched super high up. And then there's another one at quadruple time that's pitched even higher up, and they're overlaying each other and coming in. And then when more time passes and the snare gets like really low in pitch, then eventually I fade it out, and then I bring more things in, and then it's like a forever loop, and it sounds fucking cool. So yeah, I definitely plan on releasing this at some point, probably part of an album, and then I'll probably make like a whole little fucking video on it. Like the whole process of how to like set it up and arrange it and make it sound decent. But yeah. Well, the thing is, okay, so this fucking bass here, oh my god, I've like lost my mind. This track is, yeah, it's 3 years old. This track's 3 years old. This entire concept has been done since like a month after I started the track. Like the whole fucking second drop, everything, almost nothing has changed aside from like some ear candy and just me mixing it down, and I cannot fucking figure it out. So this is okay, this is actually Feel Storo, this is probably your issue, is like a perfectionism thing. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I can't figure out this bass, but sounds, I think, honestly, I think at this point it's probably fine. It's probably good, and I've just, like, destroyed my fucking perception of it. But, now I'm trying to find the original few versions of this song. Where are ya? What did I do with you? I have too many songs. I need to organize this. These are just every song I've ever finished. Or not finished, just, like, rendered out. A lot of these are not. Fuck me. What is this song called? Just reset fractal. Here we go. This guy right here. So this was fucking version number 2 from like 3 years ago. Let's see what you sounded like, because I'm just curious. I don't care if you're curious. This is my stream. It's just like, there's no like real bass, it's just sub, which is kind of like smooth. It's its own vibe. That's cool. And then I think, if I remember correctly, 7 or 8 is like, one is like... There's no crunch, there's no noise. That's kind of cool too, but then it doesn't like, I don't know, it doesn't quite hit hard enough. Honestly, I can't tell what I like more. I cannot tell. Obviously the overall mixdown is way better on this one. I'm just thinking about subjectively, like, do I want it to sound more noisy and crunchy? Which kind of is the vibe. It is like a halftime fucking... And it does kind of come in with a lot of energy. Because if you think about it, this entire first, like, 2 minutes is just a build-up, right? This is not like a real drop. This is like a mind fuck. Not sure what you mean by chambered bass. If you could elaborate a little bit. Shit. God, wait, let me fucking mute this guy. These are all the layers. Okay, this isn't playing. Sick. Why isn't this guy playing? Oh, because this isn't playing? Oh, because this is muted. We got that guy. We got that guy. And then I guess there's a bunch of other ones I muted. Just like noise that's being like tremoloed at the sub frequency or like an octave below the sub frequency. This was me fucking around with SynPlant. I threw the entire thing into SynPlant and told it to render a new thing, which was cool. Kind of worked. I would say, aside from like maybe tweaking this bass for another 3 fucking years, I need to work on the kicks here are kind of weird. I just did a thing just now. I had an idea, being a little quirky, and I put my dynamics generator on the kicks. Dynamics generator is just, if you haven't seen my video on sub basses and stuff, it's just a bunch of auto pans, basically, and they're all at different rates, and they all have different amounts and phases and offsets and shit like that. And so it's gonna just like reduce and change the volume in interesting weird ways. And I was thinking, what if I just like have the kicks be kind of quiet? I feel like that might work. So I don't know, listen. Yeah, so some of the kicks just like aren't even like, I don't know, the transient's fucking weird on them. I think it has something to do with well, it definitely has something to do with how I'm changing the BPM the entire time. Pretty weird. I don't know. I got my millionth idea for another layer. We'll try it out. Oh god, what am I doing? This guy here. What was I doing? definitely did this before. I did this recently. It had some like cool sounds. What did I do? I don't recall what I did to make that sound. Maybe this one was a saw. It was some like FM shit, and it sounded so crunchy and crackly. I do not remember how I did the thing. That's so annoying. Oh, I had a fucking filter on. Good shit, smart. Alright, let's go back to what I was doing before. Alright, gotcha. Yeah. I'm glad to introduce you to all of this. Definitely 100% recommend you should pick up music production if you're interested at all in making music. It's fucking awesome. I would say just like honestly just go pirate Ableton, give it a try, see if you like it, see if it's something you enjoy. And if you do, then you know, maybe eventually be ethical and buy it. But I think everyone should try it. But yeah, glad you were here. A filter. Well, first let's. Except I don't want that shitty. How do I make that stop? I don't know, that's something. No, it's not. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I wanted some like sizzly crackly thing to be on top, and I spent forever doing this, and it sounds like shit. Oh, Jesus. Maybe I can make it good. Maybe it's possible. Oh, fuck. Not gonna lie, right now I'm totally fine with how the bass sounds, I think. I think I might be. Yeah, sick. This song sounds better, I think. Definitely think so. But every time I work on the song, I think I have it done finally. I think I've improved it and made it better, and then it turns out I did not actually. So I don't know, we'll see. Saving the song, and then I'll investigate tomorrow. Normally I'd go to bed right now, but tomorrow is my day off. So I can keep working. Oh, I can look at this thing. I worked on this in a live stream a bit ago, and I haven't opened it since. I think the drums in it suck. I don't know. But it's like an ambient thing. So, yeah. Where's my other... Oh. Cool. Did I not? This isn't the fucking project file. I just listened to the whole thing. Oh, is this one? Because I had to resave it because Ableton 11.3 sucks. Awesome. Sick. Super cool. Love it. Great. So cool. All right. I kind of want to be extra quirky and like extend this, make it even longer, and like make a new song. I've done that before. I've like once made like a 20-minute quote unquote song where it was just like kind of an ambient piece and would fade into a song and then it would fade out in the ambient thing and then kind of into a new song and then into a different ambient thing into a new song. And it's like sculpting like a mix almost, but everything is a song. And I ended up, it was like 5 mini songs and I made it all in like 5 or 6 hours or something, which I thought was really cool practice. And I told my friend about that, and then that's how he like exclusively makes music now. Like he like creates like an entire EP kind of in like one project setting. Then he ends up chopping it into like different songs, but like using like the same like bits and sounds and, you know, sources from other shit. But maybe I can try that here. That could be an idea. Yeah, no, I hear it too. I'm just really fucking lazy. I just want to get to actually the fun part. But there are way too many highs. Yeah, I think it's like a mix of a bunch of stuff. But part probably mostly this. Which I guess I could throw Soothe on that. That actually might solve it. If that's honestly the only thing, I can probably. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that because now I actually have to do it. I'm like, yeah, I knew it was there the whole time. I heard it too. I forgot how this fucking thing works. Where are the voices at? I also don't have any sidechain going, so that also... Well, I mean, to be fair, the sidechain would mostly be on the kick and the snare. Oh, my cat is being really cute, and I can't move or adjust myself. It was unfortunate. Oh, this guy has a lot of like really sharp high end, and this is just. I'm kind of curious if I can like make this change time signature. I've never actually tried this before, so this probably won't end well, but this is how you make something cool. You have to fucking try things, right? You have to try and fail. But you can edit, pretty sure... What? How do you change time signature? You can... Pretty sure there's a way to... Mixer? How do you change time signature? I know it's a thing. Don't lie to me. I'm Googling it. Ableton, automate time signature change. So I do it on accident all the time. Oh, I right click up here, insert time signature change. Okay, gotcha. And then, yeah, I see what you're saying. Create like a polymeter, polyrhythm kind of thing beforehand. I'll probably try that. What? Are you still doing that? Yeah. What's up? I'm still doing my thing. I'll take Sophie down when I'm done. Oh, it's funny. I unmuted myself. I tried to mute myself when I was already muted. My cat needs to get locked up every night. Because she gets anxiety if we don't lock her in a small laundry room. It's weird. And then she pees everywhere if we don't. So every night we lock her up, and she enjoys it. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, by the way, if that's not, like, obvious. Thinking of doing like a little polymeter thing here. I don't know. Well, why are you muted? Oh, there's these dudes up here covering everything up. Just delete all that. Wait, how do time signatures even work? Right? It's still 4 bars, right, for every measure, I think, but I think I just did it to be 3. I think that still can work. There's a song where I used something similar. And it sounded fucking dope. What was that song called? I think... Did I put it on my SoundCloud? No. I didn't. What was that song called? I don't know. I don't know. It is lost into the ether. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. No, no, no. It's not any of these. Did I not put you on the right thing, maybe? No, I didn't. Well, that is unfortunate. Anyways, I had really similar sounds, and I'm trying to remember how I processed them. I made something super sick out of it, but these sound like super muddy and weird. Found the fucking song. I'd have to open up the project file to actually know what the fuck I did in it. So, I don't know. I think it's wasting time. Oh, I see. The delay was not supposed to be on until this section. I don't know, this is weird. It's odd. I'm not sure. I like some of the sounds, but the overall idea and concept is just kind of weird, fucking bubbly IDM, because, I don't know. Let's look at something else. Yeah, I don't know about this 3/4 section. I'm glad I tried it, you know? It's good to attempt things, but... yeah... I don't know. What else do we got? There's a lot of options. I mean, all of these are options, but I don't think many of them are worth ever opening up again. Yeah, let's open up this one. I think this one's good. And this one I want to finish. Lucid is fucking dope. I love Lucid. He's good. I discovered him in the pandemic. He was playing in a Rust live stream, and he blew me away. He was like scratching. He was playing like fucking Buzz Lightyear samples and scratching them and throwing the didgeridoo. His whole live setup is so cool. And then, you know, my friends became like instant fans of him. His Jaguar album is like a masterpiece, honestly. Not that many people these days are making really good, solid front to back electronic music albums, you know? And yeah. Actually, my song Lion's Den was totally 100% inspired by Lucid. Uh, it's like the same BPM, jungly house vibe, you know? And then it's kind of similar. I mean, there's no like big squelches in Jaguar, but um, no. I fucking love like jungly sounds. They are good. So here's a 17 EDO microtonal song. I think it is pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Microtonal music, that sounds good. Crazy. Yeah, I dig this song a lot too. I think there's a lot of gain matching problems. There's a lot of elements that aren't like, I don't know. I think the main issue with the mix is just how everything is their level relative to each other. And the sub also sucks. It's like way too crazy. This is like a little bit right after I figured out the whole crazy funky sub, wacky sub thing. It's like a little bit too ambitious. So I think I want to change up the sub, and then mostly just like gain matching stuff with the elements. But yeah, it's almost there. Yeah, no, I agree. Super fucking cool song. I'm thinking this would be a good opener for an album. I think this could totally be, or like an EP. I kind of want to do a microtonal EP, but most of my microtonal songs are like really scary sounding and really aggressive, while this one's like down tempo. Also, the EP doesn't have to like be exclusively microtonal shit. That's kind of gimmicky in of itself, but if it's just like a mix of songs that I think is all good, if it's a vibe, that could be a thing. But yeah, what was my issue? There's an issue. I think it's just this guy gets panned a little bit because I have. Oh, did I do? Weird. Why? Okay, it's still fine actually. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna automate the width to like close at the end of every thing. Yeah. Something like that. And then we can just duplicate that guy over. I think that's cool. Let's figure out this fucking sub bass. This is an issue. Yeah, funky sub, you. Like, what the fuck? What is happening? Why? Oh, I have this. Let's just randomize it. And then, the gate is from the perks? What? Why? Honestly, that kind of works. I think that's kind of cool. Sounds good in my headphones at least. What sounds different? Oh, with the different sub bass? Hey, that sounds cool. That's a cool addition to the song. Yeah, I'm making changes, not just mix. Okay, that's pretty sick. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool little addition there. I am digging it. And the sub bass sounds way better now, I think. Right? I'm gonna get water and play this through. Alright, folks. I am getting AFX AE certified for show. AE is in Autecher, I'm guessing. AFX is in Aphex Twin. I'm just IDM brained. But yeah, I am getting sleepy. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah. Yeah, what did I do today? What did I accomplish? I mixed down that dub song a little bit. Got nowhere. Mixed on this song. The Microtonal crazy angry dubstep song I worked on. Oh, I worked on the reset rhythm song also. That one I'm feeling a little bit better on. I do think the Barefoots are like helping a ton with like getting these last little bits of mix down that I haven't been able to like figure out. Um, it's been like opening my eyes a bit. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shoot for this in as like the opener track for an album that I've been thinking about for a while. Though I also want the opener track of my album to be the first track in this mix. Yeah, I really like that. It sounds like you're in the starting zone of some like fantasy RPG and you're about to go on some big adventure. I think that would be a good opener also. This is like a totally different vibe. This is like a lot more aggressive, but also like kind of melodic and soulful. It has like a lot of emotion behind it, but in a very um, different kind of way. So I don't know. I gotta figure stuff out. I gotta first get songs together and then really start planning out like an album, getting concepts together and stuff. Because this also I think would be good for like a shorter EP, shorter like microtonal kind of glitch hop down tempo EP. Hanging dash glitch stream on Monday. What is dash glitch? Or is that like am I just really tired or does that not make sense entirely? I think it's maybe a mix of both. Unless you're talking about like glitch.cool or something. Could be neat. But yeah, alright. I am gonna call it. Thanks everyone for watching. This was a fun stream. And I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. Because I'm gonna go to Wormhole and I'm gonna see fucking Toadface. Yeah. I'll probably stream on Saturday. Okay. I'll check them out. Cool. Yeah, I need to watch more like music streamers in general. I've always found them to be like super inspiring, especially like when streamers do like challenges and stuff like that. Uh, like community challenges or like feedback or something. And I'd really like to actually do like track feedback live if I can get like enough people watching and enough people to participate. I think that'd be cool because when I always found that super inspiring and helpful having like just a whole group of producers watching and critiquing like Windler does it. Um yeah. All right. Anyways,